Euphonik.
So you're tuning in to Divas of Dance here on Mutha FM. This is Caz
and Jax.
And we are here at the Radisson Red today on this beautiful Thursday afternoon with DJ Themba, also known to all of our local listeners as DJ Euphonik. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, absolute pleasure, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're super excited. So please excuse us if we fumble a little bit. You are a big name. You're a legend. And this really is a big deal for us. As I mentioned when I stalked you on Facebook, we're big fans. Literally for decades, you and DJ Fresh. And that's how it all started for us, really. So I'm going to go straight into the questions. We're going to keep it really real because we want our listeners to know who the real Themba Euphonik is, okay? So first question, what is it like being so awesome?
Like, I don't think I'm self-aware of being awesome. I think I just do what I'm like extremely passionate about and like try within my framework of what I think is awesome, try be as awesome as I possibly can be. So like I'm in the constant pursuit of being awesome. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, we all think you're awesome, hey?
Euphonik, my question is all about, since you spoke about being awesome, you don't really know why it is you're awesome, how it is. You're just trying to stay as real as possible. Do you find that staying humble is quite difficult, or like, are you being followed by paparazzi and having, to deal with that?
Like I don't find it difficult at all because like I haven't changed the people around me, and the people around me, thank God, haven't changed, So, yeah, I mean, like the more popular you get, the more people don't just want to know about the music. They want to know about like the person behind the music. You get stopped at the airport for people wanting to take photos, even if you're not at the airport gigging, it just becomes like you become a celebrity, even even when you don't want to be a celebrity. So it's just part of the dynamics of understanding that like this thing that you love doing in your bedroom at home, like has put you on a global platform, and now that the global platform obviously is going to have people interested in who you are. But what I do for sure is like I always make sure that like I keep people around me that like don't care about the famous persona, people that like still like can tell me where I'm right and where I'm wrong, and people who like look out for the real me and not the and like I don't keep any yes men around me. So it is difficult because the minute you get popular, you naturally attract a lot of people, and you need to basically like serve out like who you need around you and not. So yeah, and it comes with time. Like over time you realize, I mean, like you obviously have to get burnt to realize that like shouldn't have been there with those people. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, are your parents still around?
Yes.
Oh, good. Because my question is, did your parents ever turn around and go, Themba, when are you going to get a real job that earns you good money?
Look, the funny thing is that like I basically dropped out of varsity to pursue being a DJ. I mean, like that was like 2006 when I dropped out, and there weren't really like any like solid DJ schools or any solid schools that you could go to learn anything about the music business. So I was like basically self-taught, taught on the street. And at that time, like YouTube also wasn't a real big thing where you could like sit online and learn tutorials all day. So I just decided, like I have to quit school. I have to gravitate towards the people that like are doing the thing that I want to do and basically learn as much as possible from them. So I come from and I'm a black South African, and black South Africans are hectic about like going to varsity and going to school and educating yourself. So I basically got kicked out of home because my dad was like, if you're not going to be in varsity, then it means you're a man. And if you're a man, then you must go live at your own place. So I basically had to move out of home. And then like over time, like when you prove yourself that like actually you are doing like, and you're serious about what it is that you're doing. And like I was fortunate, like I never drank, never was on drugs. So like I was always like very focused on being the DJ that I wanted to be. And like over time, like it was painful, but over time they like softened up to it because like one, I wasn't asking for anyone's money. One, I wasn't asking for anyone's help. And two, I was like, building something that was solid. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, what really, really drew us to you, especially when I saw that you were coming to Cape Town, I still said to Jax, we got to get him, because you're real. And that's why the South Africans really look up to you, because like you said, you haven't done drugs, it was hard work, you didn't finish varsity, but you followed your passion, and it's about following your truth and just sticking to that. And that's why these youngsters really look up to you. They idolize you. Yeah. And I mean, even us, we're sort of like in our 30s and we're like, let's go be a DJ. And I wanted to ask you, what advice can you offer youngsters that really are looking to be a DJ, but also possibly even a radio presenter and a music producer in this day and age in South Africa? Because it's very exciting times at the moment.
Yeah, obviously, you have to sit down with each individual and ask them some serious questions. But the first question I'd ask you is, how long do you want to do it? Because if it's a quick in and out, then you can do whatever you want and just do gimmicks. But if it's you're playing the long game, then you want to be as real as you possibly can. First of all, be real to yourself. Why are you doing this? Can you do this? It's a business. So it's not just about I'm really passionate about being a DJ, because everyone around you is trying to make a business out of it. So can you stand up to that? And then also just if you know me, I'm the same person on radio, on TV, in person, in the airport, in the toilet, nothing changes. You know what I mean? I'm the same person. And that's because I never wanted to create a persona that I could never live up to, or a life that I could never live up to, because sooner or later somebody's going to bust you and be like, but he's not really what he says he is, So and also with me personally, I'm playing the long game, So I make sure that everything that I do and everything that I touch is stuff that I'm passionate about. I'm on radio, but I don't want to be a drive time DJ. I want to be a house music DJ that's on the radio. So if I'm going to be on radio, that's what I want to do. I've done TV shows on radio. What have my TV shows on radio, on TV been about? The TV shows have been about house music. So I'm very passionate about house music, and I'm that's the start point, and everything around what I do is always centered around house music. Otherwise, you're going to end up a comedian because there's an opportunity. You're going to end up a drive time DJ because there's an opportunity. You're going to end up in mining because there's an opportunity. It's there's so many things that come at you when the more popular you become and the more people you surround yourself with, that you just need to know that what am I doing, and what do I want to do, and where am I going? And when you know that, everything becomes easy because you know what to say no to.
That's interesting that you say that. Do you find that the music industry kind of shapes you in a way and sort of pushes you in a certain direction? Maybe certain record labels or certain producers want you to be more commercialized instead of follow your specific type of music. Have you experienced any of that in South Africa?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely happens, and it's going to happen, because if you think about it, when you start as a DJ and you're sitting in your room or wherever it is that you're sitting by yourself, and you're okay, I want to be a DJ. You first start off by saying, I want to play at Truth, I want to play at Taboo, I want to play at Coco, and I want to play Ace, right? That's where you start. Then you go and you play at all these places eventually. Then what happens is that someone, while you're playing at Coco, is watching you thinking, I'm going to take this person to Polokwane, right? Then you end up in Polokwane. And now Polokwane wasn't part of your dream, but you're here anyway because, hey, somebody asked you to come and DJ here or play your music here or whatever it is. Then eventually someone's I see in you this, And then it's okay, cool. Then now you're not wearing black t-shirts anymore, you're wearing red t-shirts. Do you know what I'm saying? And and then the next person is you could be that. So that's why I'm saying, if you know what it is that you want and you set the end goal today, it's easy to say no to a lot of things, because it's not about what you say yes to, it's about what you say no to, actually. So a record label, a guy can say, listen, we're going to put you in front of 1 million people, you're going to be the next biggest star that plays Bangarai House. Is that what you want? You know what I'm saying? Because it's very easy for you to blow up in that scene, and then now you're touring the world as that, but you actually don't enjoy it. And I think not just music and DJing and what we do should be about am I passionate about this? But everything in life should be about, am I passionate about this? So yeah, it's mainly the stuff that you say no to that will determine where you're gonna go. Yeah.
Actually.
No, because everything that you do is a statement of who you are.
Yeah.
And people connect with your truth. And that's why they buy your albums. 9 albums focused on house. And then your last one, released in 2017, was called Perspective. Yeah. That's right. And is that what this tour is about? It's about promoting that CD.
So basically, like what Perspective was about is that like I took a gap between 2015 and 2017, and what I did is like I just traveled the world, and I was just like like trying to basically find myself, or like trying to see if I was on the right path with what I wanted to do. And so that's where the title Perspective comes from, because what I came back with was a global perspective of what house music and what the in dance scene is all about. And I basically like put that onto CD. So like my tour isn't actually about any music at all. It's about me like further trying to like scratch the surface of like what is it really that I want to be doing. So like I'm going to like as many cities, as many countries, looking at DJing with a completely different eye and from a completely different perspective, and just trying to find the thing that like I'm like, cool, this is it, and also like I mean, like last year or the year before, I did a name change, which wasn't really a name change, but like I started going under my real name, Themba. Very popular name in South Africa. Every second black guy's name is Themba in South Africa. But the minute you fly out our borders, it's the most exotic name in the world. So again, that for me was like I wanted to start on a clean slate without having anyone judge like the previous success of what Euphonik is. And just basically start from like scratch and have people not know like who is this guy, and just literally judge everything and anything about the persona from a music perspective only. And look, it's been working out very, very well. I'm like touring the world next, yeah, which is good. And it also just shows that it's never too late to start from scratch, and like I love DJing, and I'll love DJing whether I'm dressed as Euphonik, dressed as Themba, dressed as Sipho, dressed as Sam. It doesn't matter, like the passion is always there.